Hi, this is the amazing book summary, Again, Can't Hurt Me, The Early Life Struggles and Awakening. David's story begins in an abusive household in rural Indiana. His father was physically and mentally abusive, terrorizing David and his family. From an early age, David learned what fear and pain felt like. He also suffered from racism growing up in a predominantly white town, compounding his feelings of isolation and anger. David's early years were marked by poverty, humiliation, and a lack of control. He struggled in school and was overweight as a child, which further alienated him. This toxic environment planted seeds of low self-worth, but also a simmering rage and desire to escape. At one point, David recalls a moment of self-realization in front of his accountability mirror, a mirror where he would brutally call out his weaknesses and lies to himself. This habit would become foundational to his later transformation. He recognized that to break free from the cycle of victimhood, he had to own his reality, no excuses. In his early 20s, David was overweight, working menial jobs, and directionless. After watching a documentary about Navy SEALs, he decided to join the military. This decision marked the beginning of a profound change, but also the start of extreme physical and mental challenges. Navy SEAL training and mental toughness. David's entry into the military was brutal. Navy SEAL training, BUDS, is famous for destroying recruits who don't have the mental and physical grit to succeed. David failed the training twice. His body and mind almost broke. But what set him apart was his refusal to quit. He learned to callous the mind, a concept he uses to describe strengthening mental endurance by exposing oneself to controlled suffering. He believed the mind is like a muscle that needs to be exercised by embracing pain and discomfort. During his training, David used his past experiences of pain and abuse as fuel. Whenever he wanted to give up, he dug into his cookie jar, a mental storage of memories where he had overcome previous struggles. This allowed him to push beyond the limits he thought he had. He learned 3 crucial lessons. Pain is inevitable, but suffering is optional. You cannot avoid pain, but you decide how you respond. Your mind will quit before your body. The mind is the true battlefield. Accountability and brutal honesty with yourself are the foundation of growth. David graduated as a SEAL and went on to serve in elite military units. The training sharpened his body and mind, but the true work was in overcoming internal barriers, ultra-endurance and breaking limits. David's journey did not stop at the military. He began competing in ultra-endurance races, events that demand running 100-plus miles, enduring extreme heat, cold, sleep deprivation, and mental exhaustion. In these races, David refined his philosophy: embrace suffering and lean into pain to transcend your limits. He broke multiple world records, including the Guinness World Record for most pull-ups in 24 hours. A key mental tool was his cookie jar. He would mentally revisit every past hardship or victory when facing a brutal mile or unbearable pain during a race. These memories reminded him he had conquered greater obstacles before and could endure more. David also emphasizes the power of taking souls, outperforming others when they least expect it, especially when they think you are done. This mindset transformed competition into a mental war where victory meant dominating yourself and others through relentless effort. He explains the importance of self-discipline, daily rituals that build resilience, like waking up early, rigorous workouts, and uncomfortable practices. These habits create a baseline of strength that helps in moments of crisis. The accountability mirror and the 40% rule. One of the most famous concepts from the book is the 40% rule. According to David, when your mind tells you you are done, you're only at 40% of your potential. This means most people quit long before they reach their true limits. Training your mind to push past this quitting point unlocks massive potential. The accountability mirror is a practical tool. David advises writing brutal truths and goals on sticky notes and placing them on your mirror. Each day, look yourself in the eye and confront your excuses, weaknesses, and goals. This daily ritual keeps you honest and focused. David also introduces the concept of callousing your mind, which means seeking discomfort daily to build mental toughness. This could be waking up early, cold showers, intense exercise, or pushing through fears. Overcoming fear, doubt, and excuses. Fear and self-doubt are the biggest obstacles to growth. David recounts numerous moments when fear threatened to stop him, whether it was the fear of failure, pain, or inadequacy. But he chose to lean into fear and make it his ally. He shares a powerful anecdote about his experience in Hell Week, a grueling 5-day military training with minimal sleep. Instead of succumbing to exhaustion, he used visualization and focus to keep moving forward. David stresses the importance of self-talk, the internal dialogue that shapes your reality. Negative self-talk destroys motivation. Positive, disciplined self-talk drives perseverance. He challenges readers to eliminate excuses and take ownership. Excuses are a form of self-betrayal. Owning your story, even the ugly parts, empowers you to rewrite your future. Lessons in discipline and habit formation. Discipline is the backbone of David's philosophy. He teaches that motivation is fleeting, but discipline, doing the hard things consistently, leads to long-term success. David's habits include early morning workouts, writing down goals and brutally assessing progress, seeking discomfort daily, controlling nutrition and lifestyle choices, avoiding victim mentality. He describes how willpower is like a muscle that grows stronger the more you exercise it. Taking responsibility and controlling your narrative. David's story is ultimately about taking full responsibility for your life. He argues that no matter what trauma or disadvantage you face, the power to change lies within you. He shows how victimhood is a choice. Choosing to be a victim gives your power away to circumstances. Choosing to fight back and endure pain puts power in your hands. He encourages readers to rewrite their narratives, owning their scars and failures as sources of strength, transformation, and living an uncommon life. The final sections reflect on what it means to live an uncommon life. For David, this means embracing pain, pushing past limits, and refusing to settle for mediocrity. He invites readers to redefine suffering as a path to growth and freedom. David's transformation from an abused, overweight child to a world-class athlete and Navy SEAL proves that mental toughness and discipline can overcome nearly any obstacle. He closes by encouraging readers to face their fears, push past excuses, and become the hardest workers in any room. Key takeaways and final reflections. The mind controls the body. Mental toughness is the key to unlocking potential. Pain and suffering are tools, not obstacles. Use them to grow stronger. Own your story fully, no matter how dark. Accountability breeds growth. The 40% rule. You are capable of far more than you think. Create daily rituals to callous the mind and build discipline. Eliminate excuses. They rob you of power. Take responsibility and rewrite your narrative. Live an uncommon life. Embrace discomfort and challenge as normal. Thank you for listening.